They think they're making a point. They think they're making a point against veganism by going, "Oh, I'm having chicken tonight," right? And that's not a point. It doesn't say anything about anything, and yet all their friends will kind of giggle along and go, "Yeah, you're right," kind of situation. What's going on sociologically is that this is like just a group denial situation, where people who agree with each other and are threatened by a position of others are kind of coming together and creating this situation of kind of consensus and kind of opposition to what they've seen. But what they say and how they respond doesn't have to make any sense whatsoever. So if somebody comes along and they think they're making a devastating kind of point, but actually they're just talking gibberish, like you often get on social media. Somebody will make a comment and it doesn't actually make grammatical sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever in the context of the conversation that's going on. And yet it'll still get lots of likes. And the reason for that is because they're kind of making a point against a perceived opponent. And the people who agree with making a point against a perceived opponent will then like it as a kind of act of solidarity. It doesn't have to make any sense. And the joke doesn't have to be funny. I've done the sociology of humour, and also obviously as a sociologist we talk about social interaction. It's a complicated thing. But essentially you've got a group of people now in denial, and they're wanting to make a point. They're wanting within their group to kind of like reaffirm that they're right and we're wrong. And so they make a comment, "Ooh, bacon," "Oh, I'm going to have some chicken tonight," right? And they walk off because they don't want a response. They just want to reaffirm within the group that they're right, and they want to make a smart comment or what they would characterize as a joke. "Oh, I was only joking, mate." If you did challenge them, "I was only joking, mate," and everybody else would laugh along, even though it's not funny. But that's not the point. It's the functionality of it that's the issue. So if you do street work and you get these kind of inane comments which don't make any sense whatsoever, well, they kind of have a sociological function, and that's what's going on there. They're not actually trying to make a concise or an important or even a sensical point. That's not what's going on here. They're just trying to say something. They're responding as though we can't let this pass. We can't walk past this vegan event without saying something within our group, because we've got to reaffirm that there's something wrong with what we're just walking past. But what's been said doesn't have to make any sense whatsoever. And often it doesn't. Just like on social media, you don't have to make sense to it's almost like the first person comes along and they're kind of planting their speciesist flag and everybody else is saluting it.